So when we're talking about the soundtrack, which is one of the best soundtracks ever, there are 2 versions released. The first consists of a combination of rock, trance, and dance. It would feature some of the biggest UK acts at the time: Blur, Pulp, Suede, Elastica, New Order, and Primal Scream.
Blondie were approached for the song Atomic, and they wanted no part of this movie because of the content and everything like that.
Right. So
up and coming band Sleeper, they did a cover of Atomic, which is really, really, really good. You also had Lust for Life by Iggy Pop, which the in the book is displayed that the guys are huge fans of Iggy Pop and huge fans of David Bowie. But Bowie, if they'd used Bowie songs in the soundtrack, it would have cost 3 times the budget for music.
Right.
So that song was replaced by a New Order track called Temptation.
Okay. And then the funniest part.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Oasis were asked to contribute a song to the soundtrack, but turned it down as they all thought the film was about actual train spotting. So let that sink in for just a second.
Now,
which is a decision that Noel now regrets.
Well, the biggest band in the UK not being part of the biggest soundtrack of the biggest UK movie of the 90s, it kind of seems weird, but what song would they have used, and which part of the movie would it have gone in?
I have no idea.
Because Oasis's first 2 albums were known as being, I don't want to say happy, but optimistic.
Right.
And this is a very, very dark and gritty movie. Like, even Pulp, the song that they used, Mile End, if you actually listen to the lyrics, is talking about squatting in a London tower block.
Yeah.
And the song Blur used was an instrumental.
Yeah.
I can't see... I mean, the only 2 songs that they possibly could have used were Cigarettes and Alcohol or Bring It On Down.
Columbia.
Maybe Columbia. But they're not going to throw Wonderwall in on this.
No. No. I don't know. Shaker Maker. I could see Shaker Maker.
Maybe it just a lot of it wouldn't have fit. Is I guess what I'm saying. And look, I'm you know me. I'm a big Oasis fan.
Oh yeah.
And they deserve their nomination to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
Absolutely.
They're not going to get in, but they deserve the nomination at least.
The second soundtrack featured a bunch of songs that were featured in the movie but didn't make the first album cut.
So you've got a 12 or 13 track album of songs that did make the cut. That's how much Irving Welsh wrote music into his psyche.
Right.
This is, a lot of newer authors have done that, but Irving Welsh definitely, a lot of Bowie, a lot of dance, a lot of trance. I mean, basically, but Irving Welsh could have picked the soundtrack himself, and it would not have been that much different to what the producers picked.
And all in all, this is considered one of the finest movie soundtracks of all time.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just as an album as itself. It's a very, very good compilation. It would have been a very, very good Now That's What I Call Music.